Hello future developers, and then welcome to another tutorial with ABCD, that's anybody can develop. So today we will be learning to do this particular front end, okay, sort of a search front end, okay. So we didn't tackle the back end, we'll just be doing the front end. So that said, let's get started. Okay, so in our HTML side, okay, we would want to make sure we've added this link, okay. So you have to add this link. So this link is actually going to help us get the icon, the search icon, or any other icon that we want, okay. Then we also want to link our main.css, okay. So remember, I have my main.css, okay. And then you need a cat image, okay. So my cat image is inside my images folder. So I'm going to clear this and then just start right away. And I'll do same for my main. Okay, so now we inside my body. Okay, in my title as the head, I name my project search UI. Okay, now inside the body, we would want to start with a let's do that of our h1. So I'm going to create an h1 tag. So h1, or better still, name do we'll give it a class. So h1 dot I'll call it cat space. Okay, so you can use any name of your choice. So cat space. And then inside the opening and closing tag of our h1, I'm going to type a text that's cat meow, just like that. That's good. So cat meow. So this is going to be the name of my search engine. So cat meow. So that's what we have here. So just this, okay. And then outside our h1 tag, okay, so the closing tag of our h1, I'm going to create a div, so a container. Okay, I'll call it div.container. Then inside the opening and closing tag of our div, okay, I'm going to create our search. I'm going to create a div. Okay, so this div is going to hold that's our input and then our search icon. Okay, so inside it, I'm going to type div dot. I'm going to call it field. Is it the spelling of field? Oops. Okay, let me format it also. Okay, so div.field is going to hold our icon. Okay, so icon, I'll first give it a class. So I class. Okay, so this is how you reference the icon, and then we'll use fa. So font awesome. So this is the code. I'm going to use search. Let's see what is happening. Okay, so you can see we have the search icon. Okay, search icon. Okay, if I change the name, let's say I change the name to let's use star. Let's use star. Okay, you can see we have star. So you might want to visit font awesome to know the names. Okay, so search icon, and then I'll close it. Okay, so now let's create our input field. So in our input field, I'm going to do create an input. So the input, give it a class, okay, of let's use in, and then the type is going to be a search field. So type or search. Okay, so you can see we have the search, and then the placeholder. I'm going to give it a placeholder of that's going to be a hint. Okay, let's type search cat cat meow. Okay, so anything that you want to type here. Okay, so search CatCat Meow. Then I'll close it. Okay, what is happening? Okay, so we have this. Okay, so we'll close it with our inputs. Okay, so now we would work on these texts. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to outside our div for our input field. Okay, we'll create another div. So div dot, I'm going to call this text. Okay, then inside the opening and closing tag of our text div, we would create the h4 tag. So h4 h h4, then I'll give it a pound sign, and I'm going to call it text. Okay, so this is an ID, and then that's a shortcut. Okay, for an ID. So let's type no. Let's go back. So we want to no favorites added yet. So I'm going to type so I'll pause it and then type. Okay, so that's it for this. And then we will do that another h4 tag. Okay, another, so h4, and then it's a pound. So h4, the pound sign or the hashtag, and then I'm going to call this let's use sub. Okay, so our subtext. So our subtext, I'm going to type add favorites. Okay, and now we'll do that for our h5. So h5 wouldn't give it any ID. So h5, and then inside h5, I'm going to type the track as. Okay, so the track, you will simply meowant, meowant. Okay, so there's just something for fun. Okay, so yeah, so this is our HTML side, so the document structure side. Then in the next lesson, we'll work on the styling. Okay, so see you the next lesson. Thank you.